أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. Despite wonderful scientific discoveries, the man yet knows a little about the universe and his own self. There are two broad dimensions of knowledge: the knowledge of divinity and the knowledge of creation or universe. The Qur'an presents 5 sources of knowledge: observation based on 5 senses, intellect, heart, soul, and the Qur'an. Science has kept itself captive of observation and intellect only 2 sources. It means scientific investigation is completely devoid of the knowledge of divinity. Even in material domain, scope of man's knowledge about the universe is very limited. Observable universe is a very small part of the whole universe. Whole universe is very, very large, unimaginable. But observable universe is very small part of it. Tip of the iceberg. Only 4% of observable universe, which itself is very, very small, its 4% is known to science so far, which contains billions of galaxies and trillions of stars. Billions of galaxies and trillions of stars. Other 96% is yet unknown to science. Within this 4% too, frivolous assumptions had to be adopted to explain several phenomena of the universe where science couldn't find credible first causes of their creation or existence. The Qur'an, on the other hand, sheds light even on the unknown 96% containing dark energy and dark matter, and it also describes the divinity working behind the materiality of each and every particle of the universe, and finally integrating them, all these particles, integrating them into a unitary command system or the divine order set by Allah. This perspective leads us to 8th argument. The Qur'an describes the divine order, supporting that the Qur'an is a revealed book. We have already discussed 7 arguments. This is the 8th argument. Let us begin with the chart displayed on the screen explaining different levels of creation and the divine order. Dear friends, Allah is the sovereign of the universal kingdom. However, as a perfect sustainer and protector, He has disciplined the whole universe, subjecting to a unified command system, the divine order. It is Allah's grand system for management of the universe where there is none to challenge or share His supreme authority. He is the sole authority, sovereign authority. Allah, the creator of this universe, created this universe as one single unit and then divided it into various spheres and constellations of stars and planets for administration. Likewise, the earth was split apart from heavens, providing it with water. as common source of life of humans, animals, and plants. Allah is manifested in all corners of the universe. His omnipresence scented in every particle of the universe. Scented, perfumed, scented in every particle of the universe leads to the unity of command. Trillions of stars and planets converge into a unitary system of the universe, and trillions of humans find their origin in a single man, carved of clay. It is indication to Hazrat Adam. Then inspired by Allah with His Spirit, octillions. What is octillions? Trillions multiplied by trillions. This is octillions. Octillions of atoms compose seamless body of a man. Just imagine the power, the might of God. So, dear friends, divinity, the eternal divine truth, and His creation. Two things: divinity or eternal divine truth and His creation, universe. Dear friends, the chart referred earlier may be revisited on the screen. It presents Allah's existence having two aspects: divinity or the eternal divine truth. Divinity or the eternal divine truth and His creation. What is creation? The universe. In the usual discourse, the creation reveals the attributes of the Creator. The immensity of the grand creation, the universe, is awesomely so pluralistic and gigantic in its size and composition that the accumulated knowledge of the man so far could hardly observe just a tip of its iceberg. That too, not with much surety, little and without surety, with many uncertainties. Most modern scientific research, despite depending on many assumptions and revisions, is neither sure of origin nor endgame of the universe, and is grossly bewildered by the perceived images of dark matter, dark energy, and black holes. These are the limitations of science, because it depends on only two sources of knowledge: observation and intellect, as I mentioned. Black hole is the endpoint of the grand creation of the present universe or emergence of a new universe elsewhere. The science, despite its tall claims, is helplessly ignorant. Is the black hole destruction of the existing universe or recreation of yet another universe with its new laws and regulations, is the most significant question raised by Stephen Hawking in his book A Brief History of Time. The Qur'an, on the other hand, has explicitly revealed the integrative framework of the creation and divine order, removing such confusions created by scientific research. It gives guiding details, Qur'an gives guiding details on the immensity of the universe and great abilities of its creator and commanding authority emanating from His divine order that directs each and every particle of the universe to pursue the unified laws of nature. Dear friends, like Stephen Hawking and Roger Penrose, Almost all the well-known astrophysicists of modern era acknowledge acknowledge the universe as a perfectly integrated, unified, and disciplined network of elements exploded out of a tiny singular source of negligible size at a moment popularly named as the Big Bang. These elements made of proton, neutron, and electrons are the building blocks of all the constituents of the universe, whether it is an atom or it is the star. It is appreciable that the physicists could reach overwhelming consensus on the consistency of the existing unified universal system a few decades ago. But despite their best efforts, they could neither find the predecessor of the tiny singular source from where the existing universe emerged, nor they could identify the force that turns particles into protons, neutrons, or electrons. Their materialist mind did not let them peep into the divinity operating behind the matter. This is the reason. They must show some magnanimity by setting aside their materialist biases for a moment to seek some guidance from the divine information revealed by the Qur'an about 1500 years ago. Such pursuits may open new vistas of knowledge, leading them to greater wisdom and more comprehensive view of the universe. It is advice to the modern scientists. It may open new vistas of knowledge to greater wisdom and more comprehensive view of the universe, its originator, and the unified divine order permeating through all the integrating constituents of the universe, starting from the galaxies of the stars, ending to the tiniest atoms, as explained in the chart shown on the screen. Some Quranic verses are being quoted here to explain the integrated framework of the universe and the divine order, and to know how they converge to manifest the unity of Allah's being. They indicate how Allah's command is permeated throughout the universe, directing its each and every element, big or small, to work under a unified mode, ensuring complete submission to the will of Allah and amazing balance. Will of Allah and amazing balance, internal cohesion and consistency. These divine wonders revealed by the Quran have been appreciated by science just recently. Quran revealed them about 1500 years ago. Ayat 5 to 7 of Surah Rahman say, the sun and the moon move by precise calculation, and the stars and trees prostrate, and the heaven he raised and imposed the balance. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان. So note the words, precise calculation. The movement and life of each and every cosmic phenomenon is predetermined and well calculated. Physics today gives estimation that by converting mass to energy, the sun loses 4.3 billion kilogram or 4 million metric tons of mass every second. This is the speed of consumption. At this rate, the sun would survive for 10 trillion years before it runs out of its mass. Note the words, the stars and trees prostrate. Stars represent cosmic monsters. Stars represent cosmic monsters, and trees, tiny creature of land, but both submit to a unified divine order. It also refers to innumerability of stars and trees. Stars are innumerable. You can't count them. And the same is about trees. Note the word balance. Heavens have been sustaining in balance since the creation of the universe, showing perfect consistency and cohesion, submitting to a unified divine order. Allahu Akbar. Ayat 29 of Surah Rahman confirms. What confirms? Perfectly singular divine control over each and every constituent of the universe without distinction, that ensures complete consistency in the affairs of the universe. The ayat also refers to the growing nature of the universe, which the physics could appreciate just a few decades ago. Note the words of the ayat. Whoever is within the heavens and earth asks him. Every day he is adding glory to it. Its ayat is, Yas'aluhu man fis samawati wal ars kulla yawmin huwa fi shan. Likewise, Ayat 3-4 of Surah Al-Mulk throw an opening challenge to everyone. If anyone could point out any inconsistency in the cosmic order, it also reveals the fact of multiple layers of cosmic system, of which only a tip could be observed by the man, while the monstrous iceberg yet remains unseen and probably will remain so in view of gigantic growth and emerging phenomena of the universe like black holes and dark matter. Note the words of the ayat. And who created Allah, and who created 7 heavens in layers, one after another. Who created 7 heavens in layers, you do not see in the creation of the most merciful any inconsistency. So return your vision to the sky. Do you see any breaks? Then return your vision twice again and again. Your vision will return to you humbled while it is fatigued. What a challenge. Let us also see Ayat 5 of Surah Al-Mulk. And we have certainly beautified the earthly heaven. What is earthly heaven? Belonging to this earth. In Arabic it is وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا. السَّمَاء الدُّنْيَا. And we have certainly beautified the earthly heaven with stars and have made from them what is thrown at the devils and have prepared for them the punishment of the blaze. This ayat has very precisely described the immensity of the universe vis-a-vis the earth by calling the Milky Way galaxy, consisting of billions of stars, as the neighborhood of the earth. Now just imagine. Now imagine the size of the universe where the stars are the neighborhood of the earth, and smallest star is millions times bigger than the earth, and the nearest one is billions kilometers away from our lands. Imagine the immensity of this universe and imagine the might of the Creator. Note the words of later half of the ayat. We have made from them what is thrown at the devils and have prepared for them the punishment of the blaze. It may refer to the cosmic phenomenon of the black hole, or it may be hint about existence of Earth's magnetic field working under the divine order to protect the earth and its neighborhood. This divine order, as science tells us today, is associated with electric currents generated by the spinning effect of liquid iron and nickel in the outer core of the earth. Where is core of the earth? In the deepest part. When it rotates, when the earth rotates, its outer core also, spin. When it spins, it generates electric currents. Just imagine, this magnetic field originated from the core of the earth. Its deepest part forms a magnetosphere or Van Allen belts thousands kilometers above the earth, serving as a shield, ceiling, protecting the earth from the celestial bodies, sunbursts, harmful cosmic rays and particles. Imagine the system, the arrangement of Allah Almighty. Where is the iron and nickel? In the innermost core of the earth, deepest part. And where is the magnetosphere? It is above the earth, about thousands kilometers above. And creating such a, perfect system for the protection of the earth. Now look at the revelations of the Qur'an. It has named this system of atmospheric layers, the protected ceiling of the earth, 1500 years ago, which speaks of its divinity, which speaks divinity of the Qur'an. Note the words of ayat 32 of Surah Al-Anbiya. وَجَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ سَقْفًا مَحْفُوظًا. Saqfan mahfuza. And we made the sky a protected ceiling. Let me repeat this ayat. وَجَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ سَقْفًا مَحْفُوظًا. And we made the sky a protected ceiling. And also think of the moments. What will happen when this protected ceiling will be removed from the earth, as revealed in ayat 11 of Surah At-Takwir? Let me read. وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ كُشِطَتْ. And when the sky is stripped away of this protection. In the beginning we discussed that the observable universe is a very small part of the whole universe. Of this small part, only 4% of this small observable universe contains billions of galaxies and trillions of stars, while other 96% contains black holes, dark energy and dark matter, reality of which is yet unknown to science. The Qur'an, on the other hand, has revealed existence of this unknown 96% within the divine order 1500 years ago. Note the words of ayat 5 of Surah As-Safat. Rabbus samawati wal arzi wa ma baynahuma wa ma baynahuma wa rabbul masharik. Lord or sustainer of the heavens and earth and everything between them. Whatsoever is in between the heavens and the earth, everything between them, Lord of every sunrise. What is everything between them is the dark energy and dark matter. Ayat 3 of Surah Al-Ahqaf reveals that all the cosmic bodies have been created with a purpose and for a specified period, including the dark matter and dark energy and dark holes. Note the words. I read. ما خلقنا السماوات والأرض وما بينهما whatever is between them إلا بالحق وأجل مسمى. Translation is, we did not create the heavens and earth and whatever is between them except in truth and for a specified term. Purpose and specified term, both are defined. So, dear friends, science so far has built its knowledge domain about only 4% of the negligible observable portion of the whole universe. That too, depending on frivolous assumptions in the absence of first cause in most of the cases, and having no knowledge of the divine forces working behind the material makeup of the universe. Thus, under such uncertainty, it would be premature for science to give final verdict on the reality of any of material objects. This statement has evidential support. I am not saying out of nothing. This statement has evidential support that deserves special attention. For the last few decades, the theories of general relativity and quantum mechanics have been applied for defining the birth, configuration, and collapse of various constituents of the universe, starting from the atom. Stephen Hawking and such other eminent physicists believed that the Big Bang surged when the universe was infinitely small and dense. This point is referred as singularity. Hawking also predicted such infinite density as probable cause of black hole and anticipated cause of the big crunch of the universe one day, which means end of the universe culminating at singularity. Started from singularity and will be at singularity. However, current research does not find the said two theories compatible with each other on the issues of collapse of stars and galaxies and collapse of the atoms or protons. Contrary to the possibility of collapse of a star falling victim to infinite density, such crunch is not considered conceivable. Expected in case of a proton due to Pauli's exclusion principle, as we discussed in detail in lecture 159. We will discuss it again in some other lecture. So, dear friends, the exclusion principle lets the proton escape the collapse. Otherwise, even the first atom had not existed to become first building block of the universe. There would have been no universe if this exclusion principle this assumption is not there, there would have been no atom, no proton, no atom, no, universe. Escape of the proton, Big Bang, black hole, big crunch, shift from creation to procreation, flight of birds against the law of gravitation, plants photosynthesis, such are innumerable mysteries of nature governed by the divine order. Governed by the divine order, which are unknown to science because of its limited materialist outlook. I may quote here Ayat 4 of Surah Ar-Ra'd to understand such mysteries which are regulated by the divine laws. The Qur'an persistently invites the man to explore the knowledge of the universe and the divine order, both divine order and the universe, looking beyond the curtain, beyond the veil of materiality, because Allah wants to see His servants well informed. The ayat says, focus, very important. The ayat says, and within the land are neighboring plots. Some plots are here, some plots are here and here. Within the land are neighboring plots and gardens of grapevines and crops and palm trees growing several from a root or otherwise, means from many roots, watered with one water. All these gardens and plants are watered by a single source, but we make some of them exceed others in quality of fruit. Indeed, in that are signs for a people who reason. You know what a scientific book Qur'an is? Qur'an is inviting to apply your reason, your intellect, your observation, your spirit, soul, and pursue the wisdom of Qur'an. So, dear friends, there are several more revelations that describe the divine order working behind materiality of things. We will discuss them in upcoming lectures in detail, inshallah. With this, we conclude our lecture number 217. Please subscribe Idea Foundation YouTube channel to watch videos of previous lectures. Their written versions are also available at website www.ideafoundation.com.pk. Thank you friends for participation. Allah Hafiz.